If you're watching this video, it means that you're still here. So congrats, I am proud of you. This video is all about progress over perfection and that consistency is key. As moms, we have a tendency to do all or nothing, and when life is hard or kids are sick or whatever, like the family needs depends on us, and it's like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. Um, and so a lot of times we have to pivot. Throughout all of this, just know that postpartum is forever. Being a mother is forever. Sometimes life will feel easier, but it doesn't make it any less hard. There will be a lot of changes, and the only constant throughout postpartum is change, right? So if we know that, we can expect that life will always be unpredictable. I get on calls a lot, and what I hear frequently is that my life is crazy, blah, blah, blah. And there's always this random, unique thing to this mom. The reality of that is that everybody feels that way. It's not unique to you. You're not alone in this journey of feeling like one week you're on top of it, and then the next week work is harder, your kids get sick, maybe you get sick, your husband's gone. Like there's always these things that come up. Um, and so, where we'll really find success is through consistency. It's literally that simple. But what happens is we're used to carrying high loads where it's like all or nothing mindset. Like, I need to do all of these things or I won't see results or I won't be successful. And that's just not true. Um, how you will be successful is consistency. But in order to be consistent, we need to learn how to adapt, pivot, and it's the variability of the day to day. So, one week we might crush it, one week we don't. That doesn't mean that we're not still on the path to success. You might have seen the weight loss graph. So often we want weight loss to look like this, where it might look like this, then we might have a little bit of a spike, and then it'll drop, and then it will look like this. We might have a spike, and then it will drop. So that's like a downward trend of weight loss, right? For like seeing success, where we have this upward trend, it's the same thing. You might have also seen like ladders, where we have ladders with like the pegs are like this close, and then we might have ladders where it's like spaced out like this. Um, and it's going to be a lot harder to like make these jumps, right? But if the ladder is like this close, my hands this close, it's going to be a lot easier to go to the next ladder. And if we can just do these small things every single day, eventually we're going to be at the top of the ladder and look down and be like, holy crap, how did we get here? Versus the person that is like trying to achieve these things. The more we do this, the greater the risk of like, I got to reach this next peg and we fall back down. Where this is a lot safer, it's a lot easier, it's a lot more manageable when we have to pivot, when it's like, okay, we're like climbing, kids get sick. Oh man, I have to go back down here. The gaps aren't as big. And so it's that trajectory over time, right? I want you to learn. My biggest goal for you out of this program is to learn how to celebrate the small wins more than the big wins. It's about the process, not the outcome. If we're so caught up in like, I want to lose 30 pounds. That's the outcome, right? Where we lose sight of these small wins of maybe you established better eating habits. Maybe you're instilling it in your kids. Maybe you're eating out less. These small wins is the process that is actually going to help you with the consistency over time that will give you the outcome anyways. But the focus is on the day to day and how that actually changes our lives on the day to day, not this outcome that we want over here. So again, as we set the tone for week 4, you're rounding your first month in the Athlete Mom Project course. Congrats. I just really wanted to like bring that back up again. I know you've already seen like the motivation curve, but when we start a program, it's like our motivation goes way up because it's like, I'm going to achieve results. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do it all right. And often we have this like all or nothing mindset. And then maybe like results are slower than we think. And so like our motivation goes like this, and then it tanks below our like initial low point of when we started. But through consistency, I'm going to like ingrain this word in you. Through consistency, that's where we eventually ride out that wave of like we finally see results. So we're rounding into week 4, almost at the end of month 1 of this program. Some of you might be like, wow, I've never seen weight loss like this. And like your graph's going like this. Some of you might be going like this, but then if you can look at all of the other things that you've achieved, like better nutrition habits, eating out less, not having this tension around food and animosity of your choices when you eat out. Like these are all wins. And I promise if you just stick to it and keep going, you'll also see that downward trend. Or with performance, you'll also see performance go up. Like we just have to be consistent. And so wherever you're at in the stage of life, or this stage of the course, I just need you to stay consistent. And each week is just going to continue to unlock more and more habits that will serve you forever. So, I'm proud of you for being here. Let me know if you have any questions and make week 4 a great one.